my friends. Today we're talking about 6 things, 6 silent dream killers that are holding you back. And listen, I don't want you to just hear these words. I want you to take action. Because when you remove what's toxic, you make space for what's extraordinary. Let's go. That little voice in your head, the one that whispers doubts, feeds your insecurities, and convinces you that you're not good enough, it's been running the show for too long. It's sneaky, it's persistent, and worst of all, it's been lying to you your entire life. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to chase a dream, start something new, or take a bold step forward, only to hear that voice creep in? You're not smart enough. You don't have what it takes. What if you fail and embarrass yourself? That voice has convinced you to play small. It's kept you stuck in your comfort zone. And the worst part, it sounds so familiar, so natural that you believe it. But today, right now, that stops. Your thoughts create your reality. The way you speak to yourself determines the way you show up in the world. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, that becomes your truth. If you replay past mistakes in your mind over and over again, you start to believe you're incapable of success. Your brain is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, that's what will grow. If you keep watering negativity, self-doubt, and fear, that's what will take over. But if you start planting seeds of confidence, belief, and possibility, your entire world changes. The problem is, most people don't even realize how often they engage in negative self-talk. It becomes second nature. They wake up in the morning already defeated, already doubting, already expecting the worst, and then they wonder why they feel stuck, uninspired, or frustrated with life. It's time to take control. It's time to rewrite the script that's been playing in your head. The next time you catch yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," stop. Challenge that thought. Replace it with something powerful. Say, "I am capable. I am strong. I am built for this." When you hear that voice whisper, "What if you fail?" answer back with, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" The key isn't to ignore the voice completely. It's to recognize it, reframe it, and refuse to let it define you. Because here's the truth. The people who achieve extraordinary things in life, they don't have fewer doubts than you. They don't magically wake up every morning filled with unshakable confidence. They've just learned to silence the negative voice and replace it with one that serves them. Think about some of the most successful, inspiring people you admire. Do you really think they've never struggled with self-doubt? Of course they have. But they didn't let it win. They chose to believe in themselves even when it felt impossible. They decided that their dreams were more important than their fears. And that's what you have to do too. Every time you speak negatively about yourself, you reinforce a limiting belief. But every time you choose self-empowerment, you rewrite your story. So my friend, I want you to make a commitment right now. No more negative self-talk. No more putting yourself down. No more replaying your past mistakes like they define you. From this moment forward, you speak to yourself with the same kindness, encouragement, and belief that you would give to someone you love. Because guess what? You deserve it. You deserve to be your biggest cheerleader, not your worst enemy. You deserve to wake up every day believing in yourself, your potential, and your ability to create a life you love. And it all starts with changing the conversation in your mind. So make the shift. Replace doubt with confidence. Replace fear with faith. Replace negativity with unstoppable belief. Your future self will thank you. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your mindset, energy, and success. Whether you realize it or not, the company you keep influences your thoughts, your habits, and even your belief in what's possible for you. If you're constantly around negativity, drama, or people who make you feel small, then no matter how motivated you are, that toxic energy will weigh you down. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. You might still move forward, but you're carrying unnecessary weight that's slowing you down. There are people in your life who drain you, whether intentionally or not. Some are constantly negative, always complaining about their problems, but never doing anything to change their situation. They bring you down, filling your mind with doubt and fear. Others might belittle your dreams, laughing at your ambitions, or dismissing your goals as unrealistic. They might even mask their criticism as concern. I just don't want you to get your hopes up, or are you sure you can handle that? But deep down, they're projecting their own limitations onto you. And then they're the ones who subtly hold you back, not with harsh words, but by encouraging small, unproductive habits. They might be the ones always tempting you into distractions, convincing you to skip your priorities for something trivial. They may not mean harm, but they're keeping you from stepping into the person you're meant to be. Let's be honest, it's hard to walk away from certain relationships. Maybe it's a lifelong friend, a family member, or even a colleague you've known for years. The guilt can creep in, making you feel like you owe them your time and energy. But here's the truth. You do not owe anyone access to your life if they are consistently toxic, draining, or discouraging. Protecting your energy is not selfish. You cannot grow in an environment that constantly stifles your light. You cannot reach your full potential if you are always weighed down by someone else's negativity. So, how do you handle this? You don't have to make a dramatic exit or cut people off in a way that causes unnecessary conflict. Start by setting boundaries. Limit the time you spend with those who bring you down. If someone is always negative, redirect the conversation or excuse yourself. If a person constantly belittles your dreams, stop sharing your goals with them. You don't need everyone to understand or support your journey. You just need to stay committed to it. At the same time, be intentional about surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Seek out relationships that push you to be better, challenge you to grow, and remind you of what's possible. Find those who celebrate your wins, encourage your ambitions, and bring positive energy into your life. These are the people who will help you rise. And if you don't have that kind of support system right now, start building one. Read books by inspiring leaders. Listen to podcasts from people who motivate you. Join groups or communities where growth is the norm. Because here's the thing. You don't just find the right people, you attract them by becoming the type of person who operates at that higher level. Your environment shapes your success, and that includes the people you let into your life. If you want to thrive, if you want to become the best version of yourself, then you have to be intentional about who you allow in your circle. Let go of the ones who keep you stuck. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy. Walk away from relationships that make you feel less than you are. Because the moment you stop giving space to the wrong people, you create room for the right ones. And when you surround yourself with the right people, everything in your life starts to change. Excuses are the silent killers of dreams. They creep in quietly, disguised as rational reasons, convincing you that now just isn't the right time. Maybe you tell yourself you're too busy, that you don't have the right resources, that you need to wait until you feel ready. But here's the truth. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when everything aligns just right, where fear disappears and where success is guaranteed. If you're waiting for that, you'll be waiting forever. The people who achieve great things in life aren't the ones who have all the perfect conditions. They're the ones who decide to start anyway, who take action despite uncertainty, despite fear, despite every excuse their mind tries to create. The problem with excuses is that they feel comfortable. They protect you from discomfort, failure, and rejection. But what they also do is trap you in the same place, keeping you stuck, preventing you from moving forward. Think about how many times you've told yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll wait until I have more experience, or I'm not ready yet. Each time you say that, you push your dreams further away. You delay the very thing that could change your life. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take that first step. Excuses create a habit, a cycle of hesitation, where inaction becomes the norm, and before you know it, years have passed, and you're still standing in the same spot, wondering why things haven't changed. The only way to break free from this cycle is to stop negotiating with yourself. Stop giving yourself the option to delay, to wait, to procrastinate. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They don't wait to feel ready, they take action before they feel ready. They understand that progress is messy, that mistakes will happen, and that failure is just part of the process. But they don't let any of that stop them. They move forward step by step, learning and adjusting as they go. They know that action creates momentum. And once they start, everything becomes easier. If you find yourself constantly making excuses, ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Because at the root of every excuse is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping into the unknown. But fear should never be the thing that holds you back. The regret of never trying will always hurt more than the discomfort of starting. You have to get brutally honest with yourself. Are you genuinely too busy? Or are you just not prioritizing what truly matters? Do you really need more knowledge, or are you just afraid to put yourself out there? Is it actually the wrong time, or are you just scared to take responsibility for your own success? When you strip away the excuses, what's left is the truth. You are capable, you are ready, and you can start right now. The people who make things happen in life aren't the ones who have fewer fears or more advantages. They're the ones who refuse to let excuses define them. They show up even when it's hard. They take action even when they don't feel ready. They understand that the only way to get better is to begin. And that's what you need to do. No more waiting, no more delaying, no more lying to yourself about why you can't start yet. The time is now. Because every day you let an excuse win, you're pushing your dreams further away. But every day you take even the smallest step forward, you're proving to yourself that you are in control of your life. So make the choice, drop the excuses, take action. Your future self is waiting for you to show up. Distractions are everywhere. They steal your time, your focus, and your potential. The world is designed to pull your attention in 1,000 different directions. And if you're not intentional about guarding your mind, you'll find yourself consumed by things that don't matter. Social media, endless scrolling, binge watching shows, constant notifications. These things are engineered to keep you hooked, to demand your attention, and to drain your energy without you even realizing it. And the worst part? They give you nothing in return. You look up after hours have passed, and you're no closer to your goals, no further along in your journey, no better than you were before. Most people don't even realize how much time they waste on distractions. They wake up, immediately check their phone, and let their mind get hijacked before the day has even begun. They spend hours scrolling, consuming content that does nothing to improve their life. They constantly check emails and messages, responding to every notification as if it's urgent. Never questioning whether it's actually important. They allow themselves to be pulled in every direction, never stopping to ask, is this helping me? Is this getting me closer to my goals? And because distractions feel easy, comfortable, and effortless, they keep falling into the trap, repeating the cycle day after day. The biggest problem with distractions isn't just that they waste time, it's that they destroy momentum. Every time you get pulled away from meaningful work, your brain has to restart, recalibrate, and refocus. Studies show that after every distraction, it takes several minutes to get back into deep focus. So if you're constantly shifting from task to task, checking your phone, jumping between emails and social media, you're never truly focused. You're never giving yourself the space to get into flow, to be fully present, to do your best work. And over time, that lack of deep focus costs you. It costs you progress, it costs you success, and it costs you the ability to reach your full potential. You have to take control. You have to be intentional about where your attention goes, because attention is your most valuable resource. More than money, more than talent, more than anything else, where you focus determines what you create in life. If you allow your attention to be scattered, stolen by things that don't matter, then you'll never have the clarity, discipline, and energy to build something meaningful. But if you take charge of your focus, if you eliminate the distractions that are holding you back, you will see your life transform. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to how often you get distracted. Notice how many times you pick up your phone mindlessly, how many hours you waste on content that doesn't serve you, how often you get pulled away from important work by something trivial. Once you're aware, take action. Set boundaries with your devices. Turn off notifications. Schedule focus time where you work without interruptions. Create an environment that supports deep focus instead of constant distraction. It's not about completely cutting out entertainment or relaxation. It's about making sure those things don't control you. You control them. The people who accomplish great things in life aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who know how to focus. They understand that their energy is precious, that their time is limited, and that every moment spent on distractions is a moment stolen from their dreams. So they take control. They design their days with intention. They create space for deep work. They protect their focus like their success depends on it, because it does. And if you want to break free from mediocrity, if you want to achieve the things you say you want, you have to do the same. Distractions will always be there, but you don't have to let them win. Take back your focus. Take back your time and watch how everything in your life changes. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth and success is holding on to the past. Whether it's regret, resentment, or the weight of old mistakes, carrying emotional baggage keeps you stuck. Too many people live their lives looking backward, replaying painful moments, reliving failures, and holding on to things they cannot change. But the truth is, no matter how much you dwell on the past, it won't rewrite itself. No amount of guilt or regret will undo what's already been done. The only thing you can control is what you do right now. The past has already served its purpose. It taught you lessons, shaped your character, and made you who you are today. But it is not meant to be a prison. It is not meant to be a weight that drags you down every single day. If you are constantly thinking about what went wrong, what you should have done differently, or how unfair life has been, you are giving away your power. You are choosing to live in a version of reality that no longer exists. And when you do that, you rob yourself of the opportunity to create something better in the present. Mistakes are part of life. Everyone has them. The most successful people in the world have failed, made bad decisions, and experienced painful setbacks. The difference is they don't stay there. They don't let those moments define them. They take the lesson, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. They understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. If you're still holding on to something from your past that makes you feel unworthy, stuck, or incapable, you have to ask yourself, how is this serving me? Because most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, you're keeping yourself trapped in a narrative that no longer fits who you are becoming. Forgiveness is key, not just for others, but for yourself. If you made a mistake, own it, learn from it, and then let it go. Beating yourself up over the past doesn't make you a better person. It just keeps you from being your best self. If someone hurt you, let go of the resentment, not for them, but for you. Carrying anger and bitterness doesn't punish them. It punishes you. It steals your peace, your joy, and your energy. And when you're stuck in that cycle, you are blocking yourself from the growth, abundance, and happiness that could be yours. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending something didn't happen. It means deciding that your future is more important than your past. It means choosing to free yourself from the emotional chains that have kept you bound for too long. It means understanding that you are not the same person you were back then. You've grown, you've learned, and now it's time to step into the next version of yourself without dragging old pain along with you. So today, make the choice. Whatever regret, resentment, or guilt you've been carrying, it's time to release it. Write it down. Say it out loud. Do whatever you need to do to acknowledge it. And then decide that you will no longer let it control you. You deserve to be free. You deserve to move forward without constantly looking over your story. It is not the whole book. And the best part? You are still the author. You get to decide what comes next. So choose to write a new chapter. One that is no longer weighed down by the things you cannot change. One that is filled with possibility, hope, and the future you truly deserve.